President Donald Trump, he will bid farewell to Elon Musk from the Oval Office. Meanwhile, a bombshell New York Times investigation, it alleges that Elon Musk used drugs far more intensely than previously known while working closely with President Trump. This report, it has said that Musk took ketamine so frequently that it affected his bladder, along with ecstasy, mushrooms, and a mix of daily pills. He allegedly displayed erratic behavior at the White House events, including, remember, making a Nazi-like gesture and garbling answers in a staged interview. The White House had declined to comment on the drug use, but praised Musk for helping cut government waste. Meanwhile, I'm currently joined by my colleague, Ridhima Kedia. Ridhima, this is extremely disturbing if these allegations are true.
Absolutely, Osama. As per reports by the New York Times, Elon Musk's personal and professional life descended into chaos last year as he became a major political ally of President Donald Trump. According to the New York Times investigation, Musk donated around $275 million to support Trump's presidential bid and was given an influential role in shaping the new administration, even helping cut government bureaucracy. But behind the screens, the New York Times has reported that Musk was heavily using drugs. He regularly took ketamine, sometimes so much that it caused bladder problems, along with ecstasy, psychedelic mushrooms, and stimulants resembling Adderall. Musk traveled with a daily pill organizers containing 20 pills, as per New York Times, which also spoke to people familiar with the matter and reviewed photos. It is unclear whether Musk was under the influence while in meeting at the White House, but the New York Times describes his behavior as erratic, insulting officials, gesturing like a Nazi at a rally. Remember, that was a video that went viral all over social media, and also delivering speeches. There are also reports, Osama, that Elon Musk's rise as a political figure has been shadowed by intense drug use, chaotic personal relationship, and growing concerns from those around him. Let me please emphasize on this that the White House has declined to comment on drug use, but praised Musk as he bids farewell, as Trump bids farewell to Musk in a grand gesture at the Oval Office today.
All right, Ridhima Kedia there. Thank you very much for getting us all the details of this story.
People, is this how we show thankfulness in our country? The New York Times put out, Elon Musk is doing drugs. Ketamine. That's a horse tranquilizer. We have put this man through everything humanly possible. Burned his dealerships. Called him every name anybody could possibly call him. And this is how the Democrats and liberals pay this man back. It's just unthinkable. Okay? He went into the White House and he stayed to the day that he said he was going to leave. Now they're saying that he has all kinds of drug problems, and this is a man that the Democrats loved. He didn't agree with their policies, and he didn't agree with what their agenda was. So they kicked him off to the side. He liked what Trump had to say in Trump's agenda, and Trump took him in, treated him like a man, and treated him with respect. People, this left-wingist that I'm going to show you right now is the arm of the left hand, and you're going to see this propaganda that these people spew. They don't care who they hurt. They don't care how bad they hurt somebody, as long as their agenda is being met. And it's getting sickening.
Holy cow, do I have some giant breaking news for you guys. I mean, wow. You go to sleep, you wake up, and it's like 7 tremendously gargantuan stories. So let's start with this one. There was a big report that came out in the New York Times about Elon Musk. And in fact, it wasn't even just the New York Times that wrote an article on Elon Musk. I saw like a bunch of different outlets, Rolling Stone. There are others that also wrote these articles on Elon Musk. And it is very clear that there are people in the Trump regime, in fact, maybe multiple people in the Trump regime, maybe the big man himself, they decided it's time to bury this man. It's time to end his career. And so this is huge.
Okay, people, sorry I had to pause that for a minute. New York Times, Rolling Stone magazine, these are the same reporters that with the Russian collusion case. This guy here, I don't even know what to say about this. It's disgusting. This guy has been proven on many times to be 100% wrong. Donald Trump and them are getting sick of Elon. Nothing's further from the truth. It's kind of like what they were doing before. They were trying to make it look like Elon and Donald Trump were fighting and at each other's throats. People, it's just all propaganda. This is what I've been trying to tell you, what goes on with these Democrats. And they're going to be proven to be 100% wrong, and no apology, nothing is going to come of it. This man, Elon, has given up his businesses for his country. And look how he gets paid back. It's disgusting. Let's continue on to what this moron has to say.
From the piece right now, I believe this one's from the New York Times piece. As Elon Musk became one of Donald J. Trump's closest allies last year, leading miraculous rallies and donating about $275 million to help him win the presidency, he was also using drugs far more intensely than previously known, according to people familiar with his activities. Mr. Musk's drug consumption went well beyond occasional use. He told people he was taking so much ketamine, a powerful anesthetic, that it was affecting his bladder, a known effect of chronic use. He took ecstasy and psychedelic mushrooms, and he traveled with a daily medication box that held about 20 pills, including ones with markings of the stimulant Adderall, according to a photo of the box and people who have seen it.
Sorry, people. I just want to go through the video while I'm watching it with you. So they have someone has a picture of the pill bottle or the pill container. You know, didn't we just have this in the White House, the cocaine found in the White House? They didn't seem to care anything about it. But, you know, when it comes to destroying people's lives, people, this right here is what I'm talking about. I have never, nor would I ever, or most people that I know, to destroy somebody so they can benefit from that. I don't know how you don't have a soul to do something like this. This man's endured a lot of pain to try to help this country. Me personally, I don't think he deserves this. I mean, this is all just fabricated. They've got him convicted, but they have there's pictures. You're never going to see pictures of anything. Why? Because they don't have them. Just like the Russia stuff and everything else these Democrats have done. They're the ones destroying this. Let me shut up and we'll finish. Watch it.
Adderall, according to a photo of the box and people who have seen it. Bro, this man was high as ball sacks on a daily basis. He was on a speedball on a daily basis. And you know what? This makes perfect sense. Because he had so many moments where it was like, are you completely and utterly unaware of how other people are viewing you right now and how you look to the world and how disconnected you are from reality? And the answer to that question is yes. He seemed immensely disconnected from reality because he was immensely disconnected from reality. Guys, we're talking about a massive tranquilizer downer, a massive stimulant upper, plus psychedelic hallucination substances. Like, there's not a person on the earth that can keep it together with that cocktail of drugs. Not a person on the earth. And so, look, it all adds up, right? You know, I was under the impression, I knew about the ketamine part. I knew it looked like he took more than he ever admitted to. But when you tell me it's this buffet of substances he's dumping in his body on a regular basis, oh my God, it all adds up. It all makes sense. Now, by the way, I should also point out, this is from the New York Times piece, quote, "The administration has terminated more than 80% of U.S. aid grants. A BU global health professor estimated these cuts have already resulted in the deaths of about 300,000 people, most of them children. That is what Musk's foray into politics has accomplished." I mean, the title of the piece in the New York Times, this is how brutal this is Elon Musk's legacy is disease, starvation, and death. So understand, this is the knife in the back.
Sorry to keep stopping this, people, but this guy kind of cracks me up. Everything he quotes from the New York Times, and we all know how honest the New York Times is, right? Then he's making a remark about a ball sack. Looks like he's a specialist on ball sacks, don't he? And he knew about the ketamine problem, but he didn't know it was to this degree. Trust me, if they had known any drugs were going on, they would have done this a long time ago. Let's keep going to see where this ball sack keeps going to.
This is the knife in the back, and they're twisting it. And the move here from the Trump regime is not just, hey, we're trying to kick this guy out of politics. That part is clear. The move here is also, let's destroy his businesses. Let's destroy him. And you know what? I know there's no good guys in this story. I know that the people in the Trump regime are just as guilty as Elon Musk because they don't care about the 80% cuts to US aid and the cuts to pediatric cancer research. They supported all that. That's not the problem. To them, the problem was interpersonally, he stepped on toes within the regime. Right? He would fight with Sean Duffy, the Secretary of Transportation. He fought with Marco Rubio. He fought with all these top-level people within the Trump regime who have seniority over him. They've been in politics longer. He apparently just is, you can't deal with him. You can't work with him. He's a massive ego narcissist, but he doesn't have any people skills. Trump, for all of his flaws, interpersonally, you know, people report being around him and he knows how to schmooze. He knows how to charm. He knows how to get what he wants from people and, you know, have them appreciate him, right? And so this just Elon Musk doesn't have these skills. He's just the most unlikable character on planet Earth. So
this guy's a legend in his own mind, people. He is going to sit here and say all this, and he don't have a clue what the hell he's talking about. See, we had 300,000 people died because of U.S. aid. No. The only thing that really happened with U.S. aid by cutting that off, it was a Democratic pity bank. We all know that. I mean, come on. When you get that upset for closing something down to save money, everything he closed down, the Democrats screamed and yelled. Why? Because they had some kind of infiltration to get the money, to make the cash on the side. And Mr. Ballsack here acts like, oh, Donald Trump wanted to ruin his business or wants to ruin him. Well, Trump don't want to do that to him. Why would he want to do that to him? This guy hasn't done anything, but this is the Democrat. This is what they dream of. Stories like this to really be true, they're not, so they gotta make them up. And every time they do this, they end up destroying somebody. And people, this is disgusting, but it is entertainment, I guess, because let's continue watching Mr. Ballsack here.
Goes on Elon Musk, and he goes like, you know, scam for scam. This guy's been scamming people for like over a decade. He comes up with this big new idea. Oh, it'll be released in a year, and then it never gets released, but he raised tens of millions of dollars for the idea. People get screwed. He does what's called vaporware, right? Like, oh, I came up with this great thing. We're going to sell it. Give me money. And then they give him the money, and then he doesn't sell it. And then he moves on to the next thing, right? This is what he does. So huge con artist, basically being completely unmasked here. I think not only does this, make it so he can't be involved in politics anymore, as, you know, there's been hints of that recently, that he's like stepping back, but he's being forced to step back. But this is also going to hurt his businesses. This is going to hurt his reputation. It's now up in flames, right? He only got to this high level of reputation from a whole bunch of PR fluff nonsense, right? And then now it all comes tumbling down because you already alienated and isolated everybody on the left and every liberal in the country. And then now it looks like the right is turning on you, MAGA is turning on you, and where are you going to turn? Well, my suspicion is he's going to try to do a face turn again, right? He's going to try to, like, now he's probably going to talk about things he saw behind the scenes within the Trump regime and blow the whistle on them and call them out. And look, I'm more than happy to listen to what he has to say and report it to you guys. But the fact of the matter is, nobody should ever allow him into polite society again. Nobody should ever, people on the left and liberals should not welcome him with open arms. Yes, we can listen to his stories.
Oh boy. People, I cannot listen to this guy anymore. He is a ball sack. People, on the right hand side of your screen there's a flag. Can you push it and it'll pop up to subscribe, like, and share? Would you please do that? Thank you. Yeah, this guy is... Trump is going to turn on Elon, or vice versa. Elon's going to turn on Trump. People, it's not going to happen. These Democrats, they put out these stories because this is what they want to happen. But in the real world, it's not happening. They don't care as long as there's people in the world that watch certain shows and they don't look outside those stories. So they believe anything. They watch the CNN, they watch MSNBC, and they think everything that they say is true. People, they're spending $20 million to study men, to get back the men vote. Well, here's a little clue that I will give you about men. Men don't dress like females. White men aren't bad. But how could you ever win another election when you sit and talk about how bad white people are? People, I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. And we appreciate Elon Musk and everything he did for our country.